earth. We are welcoming you, eminent Biafrans, from east to west, from north to south, from the upland of the coastal regions of Biafra land to this hour of restoration and redemption. We ask you to indeed join hands together this evening to make this program a worthwhile one. As always, we are going to pass one or two information to our people. We will not proceed, as always, without inviting the glory, calling down the blessings of the Most High God upon ourselves. This evening, we invite the Most High God to come and take pride of place in our midst, to be in the driving seat, to direct the affairs of this evening, that in the end, not only that this gospel is preached, but that it will go forth to touching hearts of men and women from around the world, that those who have not begun to attune themselves absolutely to this gospel will begin to do so in uncertain times. We ask him to go before us, to go beside us, to go behind us, to continue to envelop us with his presence, with his favor, with his protection, that the evil ones will have no upper hand against us, that there we continue to scamper for safety in our presence. We invite the Most High God to, more than ever before, pursue our enemies, to set fire in their camps, to set confusion in their midst, that they shall continue to speak, as always, in hostile, antithetical, divergent languages among themselves, that their tongues will be spiteful among themselves, that they shall never make any progress, but that their evil plots against us shall turn around and destroy them. Pursue all those who have been pursuing us. Destroy those who want to destroy us and who have been destroying us. Do not allow them anymore to see the light of the day. We remember on this occasion our gallant heroes and heroines, our brothers and sisters who were mowed down in the Faruku residence of our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, precisely on the 14th of September 2017. It was a terrorism attack. It was an orchestrated, treacherous conduct of some individuals in Biafra land, in collaboration with their Ariwa masters and cabals in Asawak. They carried out this heinous crime, the most despicable of it all. They murdered sleep. They killed, they destroyed, they maimed even animals. 28 of our brothers gave their life on our behalf on that day, that we may even have the God to be saying what we're saying today. We shall not abandon them, we shall not forget them. May their souls and the souls of more than 3.5 million Biafran men, women and children massacred in cold blood by the evil Nigerian empire, orchestrated by Gowon and his fallen angels and terrorists in army and police uniform. May the evil plot that they have heaped on our people and have continued to, even up until date, turn around and destroy them. The souls of you gallant men, women and children, your millions, shall continue to rest in the bosom of the Most High God. But may you never rest where your murderers are. Continue to pursue them, continue to hound them, continue to hunt them, including their collaborators in Biafra land. Among them are the leadership of Hannes Ndibo. Among them are the treacherous Southeast governors led by Dave Omai, and some individuals and groups who have been working behind the scenes, making sure that our people were put in a precarious situation between life and death. May the blood shed on Biafra land for the first time in history of our people through the treacherous and devilish connivance of some individuals from Biafra land as well, because of their selfish aim, because of their opportunistic, contrived, devilish means. May this blood shed on the streets of Biafra land in a more treacherous manner, more than ever before in our history and in our collective quest for restoration, continue to haunt these men and women. You shall never know peace. The peace you deprived families of these our gallant heroes and heroines and put them in state of agony, state of pains, state of difficulties and mourning, shall also befall you. The pains that you have unleashed on these families shall never depart from your own families. You shall reap. You shall continue to nag. You shall continue to cry in your most time of need, in your hour of need, but nobody will come to your rescue, because you are evil, because you are devil incarnate, because you consciously deprived these young men, the future of tomorrow, from Biafra land, the opportunity to aspire to the best of their abilities. Your children shall know no peace. The same way you have removed, the same way you have killed, the same way you have snuffed life out of these young men, will be the same way that you and your families will be deprived of your lives at the appropriate time. We are not going to touch you, but the evil you do shall not only live with you, it shall continue to haunt you forever. We are invoking the spirits of these young men and even women of Biafra to continue to haunt all of you. You shall never know peace. We shall continue to repeat it. On our part, because of what you have done, you gallant heroes and heroines of Biafra, we shall not abandon this cause. We shall continue to move relentlessly forward. Because of what you have done, because of this ultimate sacrifice of yours, Biafra shall be restored, and it shall be on your behalf and in your honor, that the rest of humanity will indeed behold this and know that the Most High God is our God and we are his people. We ask you, the Most High God, to make this permanent in our lives. You shall allow us to experience your glory in the land of Biafra when fully restored. You shall eventually give us victory before our enemies. Allow us to stand under our lost inheritance, to raise our voices in unison to praise your name forever, that the rest of humanity will take notice and be in awe of your name. Bless our leader MAZI the Kanu and his family. Bless all hardcore dedicated Biafrans, men, women and children who have been working assiduously hard to making sure that this gospel of restoration is preached to the ends of the earth. Bless the leadership of IPOB, from the head of directorate down to the ordinary family member and the grassroots. You shall continue to protect them and their families, and you shall continue to imbue them with strength, with courage, with every amount of determination to continue until Biafra is restored. We are not under any illusion that this journey will be convoluted at times. It might seem complex and hydra-headed, but in the end, the spirit of Biafra shall prevail. May this be a reality in our lifetime, that we will not hand this baton over to our children, but we will rather be partakers of it. We will be at the forefront and provide a very solid background and foundation for generations of Biafrans to come. To this we say amen and amen. Amen. He say. My name is UCHE MEFOR. I am the deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra. I am standing in for a great leader, MAZI Kanu. And we are asking you, eminent Biafrans, to remain focused and resolute. The number to call when our lines are opened will be +4494 +447 405 96446 +447 405 96446. We are not on Skype this evening. Some people who are accustomed to calling me on Messenger may try that platform as well. But otherwise, our main channel of communication and interaction this evening shall be our studio line, which I have just mentioned. Very important that we focus on the issue of our time. Today is the Saboteur Day. Why is it the Saboteur Day? Because men, evil men, I must say, who found themselves opportunistically along the corridors of power, decided to use their position to kill, to maim, to destroy, rather than to protect lives and properties. And as a result, precisely on 14th of September 2017, they connived with the Ariwa masters of theirs, the terrorists, the Janjaweed cabal in Asorok. They deployed the apparatus of state, or the state apparatus. They deployed every armory in their, or rather, we deployed every war. They deployed every weapon in their armory to continue their campaign of extermination of Biafran population. And just like in the 1960s, when we had saboteurs who were working for the enemies, we had them in the names of the so-called Southeast governors and some Southeast senators, caucus. They invited the military, they invited the Fulani Islamic fundamentalists and terrorists who are in army uniform to kill, to maim, to destroy. They left Boko Haram terrorists who have been driving them into oblivion. They ran amok, and as we speak, they are still running amok in Biafra land. And some people are shamelessly coming out in the public, people who are obviously complicit in the heinous crime, to tell us that they have nothing to do. They have nothing to do with that heinous crime of crime against humanity. But you know, there is a way the Most High God exposes those whose hands are not clean. They denied for over 1 year. They denied even as we speak, after 2 years, that they had no hands in what happened. After the Afaruku massacre, within 24 hours, the so-called Southeast governors proscribed IPOB. In what seemed like a very well hatched and orchestrated plan, In the next couple of hours, the Zoo Army designated IPOB terrorists. The following day, the so-called Attorney General of the Federation of the Zoo, called Nigeria, legalized it, made a pronouncement, made a statement in that direction. And a court of law in the zoo called Nigeria endorsed it. But everybody knew that it was an injustice too many. A number of people in Biafra land, especially those in the political circle, started popping champagne. A number of individuals and groups who have been overtaken by their base instinct of treachery, greed, jealousy, and wickedness, when celebrating, they were partying that IPOB has been or had been crushed and that Nnamdi Kanu had been killed. They were all happy that the zoo military had dealt a devastating blow to IPOB. But why are we even talking about these people today? We need to ask ourselves a very important question. Why are we talking about them? After several years, after 2 years. We have to talk about them because of the complicit role they played in making sure that their own were killed, were maimed, were decimated. As they were killing and maiming and destroying Biafran youths, they were busy sponsoring their own children abroad, giving them every opportunity they needed, preparing them for their future political career, depriving civil servants of their salaries, diverting public funds to their own private pockets. And the worst aspect of it is that our people, having been dazed for years and for decades, have now resigned to fate, taking every rubbish that comes from these political office holders. You were deprived, and you have continued to be deprived of every essential social amenities that will impact positively on your lives. On each occasion, in order to suppress opposition, they will rent certain individuals and willing tools in their hands. They pay them and they will carry a campaign of calumny against any dissenting tone. They muscled the opposition. And the vulnerable, rather than being lifted up from their miserable position or condition, went even all the more vulnerable. Those who are supposed to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, the government officials in Biafra land, use their positions to trample on the less vulnerable, on the masses, and the resultant effect was a very weak electorate, very vulnerable electorate, very vulnerable masses who have been bedeviled by hunger and misery that they cannot speak anymore. That is why IPOB is in existence asking very pertinent questions. For how long will this continue? Our people must rise up. Our people must live up to their responsibilities. Our people must be put through certain political education to understand that they have the right to demand for good governance from those whom they selected or elected, either in Biafra or in the zoo called Nigeria. Our people must understand that they have the power to question those who claim to be representing them in government. Our people must be bold enough to challenge impunity. Our people must be courageous enough to stand in the gap for those who cannot stand for themselves. IPOB represents all this. Apart from our principal goal of restoring Biafra, implicit in the notion of our quest for restoration of Biafra is principle of human rights and fundamental freedom, social justice, and firm belief in rule of law. As we go on to making sure that IPOB achieves her aim of restoring Biafra, we will not lose sight of the fact that along the line we must continue to make sure that justice and equity reigns supreme. That justice and equity remain the order of the day. That is why we must encourage every individual and group to stand up to their responsibility. Nobody is going to fight for you. The zoo called Nigeria has collapsed. It is a failed state. That if you don't stand up to fight for your rights, nobody will do it for yourself. Nobody will do it for you. Now is the time for us to stand against evil, to stand against all manner of maladministration, especially in Biafra land. That the evil political office holders who have been representing themselves and themselves alone and not the people must be shown the way. The present Southeast governors are evil in every ramification. They represent evil, they live evil, they act evil. What happened in Afaruku on 14th of September 2017 is an example. And as they continue to deny, one of those who participated in the one of them who participated in one of the meetings that they held where they were expanding on their so-called I'm having distractions there, where they were expanding on their so-called evil proscription of IPOB, released a very short video that our people must understand was the meeting that, part of the meeting that they held as part of proscription of IPOB. And we are going to play it here for avoidance of doubt, because we have every justification to be doing what we are doing, because we have everything it takes to justify our actions. The Southeast governors in the contraption called Nigeria and in Biafra land were responsible for proscription of IPOB, and despite the fact that they have not succeeded, they are still planning and plotting against our people. And we're not going to take it lying low anymore. We must hold them to account. We must continue to expose their evil and their nocturnal activities, nocturnal political activities with their masters in Asrock. This is Willie Obiano talking about IPOB and what the proscription of IPOB portends for indigenous people of Biafra and the entire family and friends of IPOB. That was 2 days after the massacre in our Faruku residence of our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu.
And the continued challenges being posed by these people. The Southeast governors met yesterday and resolved as follows. All activities of IPOB are hereby proscribed. What that means is that all activities, that means you cannot gather for a meeting or anything under the name of IPOB. More so, the federal government classified, just like they did for Boko Haram, they not classified IPOB as a terrorist organization. Again, that has we are called a terrorist. It goes with a stigma. What that means is that if you are arrested, all these things, and what happened in Anambra many times, particularly the one at the Londo, where we were invaded by thousands of young people from all over the states, to disrupt church activities and what have you. And the continued challenges being posed by these people. The Southeast governors met yesterday and resolved as follows. All activities of IPOB are hereby proscribed. What that means is that all activities, that means you cannot gather for a meeting, anything under the name of IPOB. More so, the federal government, I think 2 days ago, has now classified, just like they did for Boko Haram, they've now classified IPOB as a terrorist organization. Again, that has a big influence. When you are called a terrorist, it goes with a stigma. What that means is that if you are arrested, they can keep you in detention for 100 days, 200 days, 1 year, nobody will talk about you. So you lost the liberty and the protection you have normally under the law. So it's important to bring some of this news to our people. Let me finish with this. All activities of the IPOB are hereby proscribed. IPOB and all other aggrieved groups are advised to articulate their position on all national issues and submit to the Committee of Governors of Hanez and Igbo and National Assembly members from the Southeast Zone through the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, all the groups agitating, we have a forum where the elected, you all elected us, so we are the elected members of this society, and those things should pass through us. We've kept quiet for a very long time, and the lawlessness was getting out of hand, and that was what informed some of the decisions by the Governors Forum. All governors of the Southeast Zone are to ensure compliance in their respective states. So every state will ensure that this directive is complied with 100%. The Southeast Governors Forum, and National Assembly members do hereby reinforce their commitment to a united and indivisible Nigeria. Very important. The Southeast Governors representing the people and the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, which is an umbrella organ, Jindi Bonine, we have said that we believe in one Nigeria. You are following what I'm saying? We also reinforce our desire for the restructuring of Nigeria, where all national issues will be discussed and amicably settled to achieve justice and fairness to every Nigerian. The Southeast Governors Forum will be championing the issue of restructuring of Nigeria. This thing has been said in so many forms and what have you. And today, at Nikele, about now, the meeting is going on to articulate for the Igbo point of view what this restructuring means. What does it mean? What are we going to push and all this stuff? So it's important what we are doing that we push, the Southeast governors are pushing for restructuring of Nigeria. We reiterate our earlier position that the November 18, 2017 gubernatorial race in Anambra State must hold. Governors are saying, with the support of federal government, that there must be election in Anambra State come November 18, 2017. Accordingly, the Southeast governors appeal to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, to please withdraw the military in the Southeast Zone while police play their traditional role of maintaining laws and order. Initially, when this was being crafted, we had in mind the flashpoints, but we decided to make it blanket. Of course, the military know what to do when there's a challenge. And I also discussed something when I finish reading this thing for you. The Southeast governors are taking concrete steps to protect lives and property of non-indigenous in the Southeast. Every fellow, whether you are Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Igbo, anything, anything, non-indigenous, you are safe to move, go about your duty without fear or favor.
Welcome back. This is still with the Biafra presentation. We are not going to finish this clip, but of course, the most important aspect of areas that we wanted to talk about regarding this video, and which has a very incontrovertible evidence, provides a very incontrovertible evidence as to the involvement and complicit role that the so-called Southeast governors, led by Willie Obiano and Dave Umai, played in the massacre of Biafran youth in our Faruku residence of our leader MAZI and Kanu. They cannot deny it. You heard Willie Obiano making it categorically clear that IPOB activities were proscribed by them, not by any other person. And what that meant for IPOB and every Biafran in Biafra land means is that IPOB will no longer hold any meeting. But the truth is this: are we not holding meetings till date? Did they succeed? You can see that their hands are not clean. We are the children of light. They went ahead, Willie Obiano went ahead to say that when the Operation Python dance was about to start, that they had in mind certain flashpoints. But these are the same people denying that they never knew anything about Operation Python dance. As the Chief Security Officer of State, there is no way, even if you are not a member of the military or the police, there is no way you are not going to be aware of what is going to happen in your state. Because one of the reasons that they are given is that the governors have no powers to stop the military, to stop the police from acting. And on each occasion they will quote certain provisions of the law of the zoo called Nigeria for you. But the truth is that whether or not they have influence over the army, there is no way that the army will act, there's no way the army will embark on any operation that they will not know. They will be notified, they will know about it. Somewhere along the video, Willie Obiano also mentioned that he collaborated with the army. The Southeast governors collaborated with the army. And they are very much in contact with Abuja regarding the Operation Python dance too. But they kept denying it. And some individuals and groups are coming up, vouching for them, protecting them, defending them. This video is just a minute aspect of the evidence that we have against these people. He said that the people elected them. He said that the people, that they are representing the people. And part of representation in a democratic system, let us not allow this to get lost in us, is preservation of lives and property. These people were either selected or elected to represent the people, but they have one of the cardinal roles that they have to play, even as they are representing the people and the lives of the same people, to protect the people, to make sure that no lives is lost or no life is lost. Question we are asking these people, these so-called Southeast governors, is: did you see any IPOB family member going about with any weapon, any sophisticated weapon or warfare? Have you ever seen IPOB kill anybody or maim anyone? Have you ever seen IPOB family members burn down any government office or attack any political office holder? I'm very sure that they have no answer to this. There are so many other things. And even if it were to be taken that IPOB was antagonistic towards the political office holders. There is what is called proportionality. IPOB family members were not holding any arms. They were not attacking the state. They were only expressing their displeasure over certain injustices being directed against the people. They rolled out armored tankers. They used helicopter gunships. They used other sophisticated weapons of warfare. They went directly to our Faruku residence of our leader MAZI on a very special mission. Operation Python Dance 2 was skillfully and devilishly planned and orchestrated against IPOB to wipe out IPOB family members, to kill, to assassinate our leader MAZI. That was why they went killing every living being in that compound, including animals. The extent of that horror will tell you the intent of these people. They went there to destroy everything, every living thing in that compound, including our father, His Royal Majesty Sir Ezezwe Okukanu, and our mother, Lolo Ugezo Okukanu. They went there to destroy everything. And after that, the collaborators started jubilating, including these so-called Southeast governors, as if the horror, the terror that they unleashed on innocent Biafran youths in our Faruku residence of our leader MAZI was not enough. They went ahead to proscribing IPOB. Evil is evil. Until date, not many people have come up to ask questions about the killings, the maimings, the destruction of lives and property in that particular axis in Biafra land. None of them was able to come up to ask about the families of these 28 Biafran youths that were massacred. They were only busy talking about how they saved millions of lives in the north, how they believe in the oneness of Nigeria. For over 1 year, they never talked about the killings in our Faruku. They were rather very happy that Nnamdi Kanu is nowhere to be found. But when Nnamdi Kanu eventually spoke in Israel, every mad dog came out from where they are being chained. Everybody started talking. Why Nnamdi Kanu? How did he escape? Some of them said APC facilitated his escape. Some of them said he never lost his passport. And they are still yapping up until date. And put all this together, every rational being must begin to question the integrity of those who claim to be representing the people, because they lack human sympathy. They never ganged up against Boko Haram terrorists. They never ganged up against Fulani headsmen. The so-called governors in the upland part of Biafra land, otherwise known as Southeast, are busy having meetings with Fulani headsmen who are carrying AK-47, killing, maiming communities, raping women, taking over territories. They were they were collaborating with them, negotiating with them, setting up committees between them and the indigents. None of them have been arrested, despite the fact that they have killed a number of people in Biafra land. None of their governors have been able to say these Fulani headsmen must be arrested. None. No Fulani governor, no Hausa governor have been able to come out and say these Fulani headsmen are terrorists. They must be arrested. They are proscribed and all that. But in Biafra land, those who are supposed to know better are the willing tools, willing devilish tools that these Fulani terrorists in Asowok are using to kill, to maim, to destroy the people that they are supposed to be protecting. And we are saying that we are no longer going to take it lying low. Do your own and let us do our own. What you have set up is a generational crisis that may not do anybody any good. Despite the fact that you killed, you maimed, you destroyed lives, none of them have been able to set up commission of inquiry to find out what actually happened. Rather, they are busy plotting on how to even maim and wipe out IPOB family members. And anybody talking about Biafra. Can you now begin to rationalize? Can you now begin to look at the people that you are calling your elected or selected representatives? Do these people worth our time? Do these people worth our respect? Are they worth working with? But you know what? The Most High God is always in charge. Despite the fact that they made it very impossible for Biafran youth to go about their normal duties, despite the fact that they trampled upon the rights of Biafran youth to assemble and to air their opinion, freedom of movement as well, we are still waxing stronger. There is serious crisis in their midst, and we are not going to retreat, neither are we going to capitulate until justice is done. The loss of 28 gallant Biafran youths in a powerful compound of our leader MAZI cannot be in vain. Because of them, we shall continue to fight on until Biafra is restored. No amount of sabotage, no amount of intimidation can stop us. And this is a very stark warning to those who are preparing on how they will stop IPOB. You cannot stop IPOB. IPOB shall outlive the so-called Southeast governors and their collaborators. IPOB shall outlive all her detractors. All these political office holders are banned from traveling abroad. We must reinforce this. And not only that they are banned, we must make sure that all the stolen wealth that they have diverted in buying properties abroad are exposed. A number of them bought choice properties in different designated high-profile places in United Kingdom, in London, here, in United States of America, in Switzerland, in Belgium, in different parts of Europe and the Americas. And like we said, we are going to embark on Operation Expose the Loot. These people will never have peace. This is part of the effort we are going to be making to make sure that we hold these people to account. It doesn't matter how long it takes. After you have been in office, after you have had a failed day, killing, maiming, destroying the people you're supposed to protect, Judgment Day is waiting. We're not going to touch you, we're not going to kill you, but we are going to expose and disgrace you. We are going to do everything humanly possible within the ambit of the law to make sure that you are exposed. It's as simple as that. But ultimately, all of you whose hands have been implicated, all of you who have been found complicit in the killings, in the maiming, in the enforced disappearance of our people, in the illegal incarceration of our people, we face international justice. It's just a matter of time. We are not sleeping. Biafrans must be rest assured that IPOB is a formidable force to reckon with. We are everywhere the largest grassroots movement of Biafrans, dedicated to the ultimate restoration of the land of Biafra, grounded in the principle of human rights and protection of fundamental freedom, social justice, equity and fairness. We are not going to shake our responsibility in this direction. This is Radio Biafra Live presentation. The Southeast governors are neck deep into what happened in their Faruku residence of our leader MAZI Nnamdi, where 28 Biafran youths were massacred, including animals in that compound. They went to kill, to destroy. They did not go there to preserve any lives or to protect anybody. That is the truth about it. And we must not mince words in doing whatever we need to do to making sure that these criminals are brought to justice. May the spirits of our gallant heroes and heroines who have paid the ultimate price that we may have our freedom continue to rest in the bosom of the Most High God, but may they never rest where their murderers are. The evil men do will not only live with them, he shall continue to torment them forever. Number to call remains +447405964146 +447405964146. We are asking you, eminent Biafrans, to call in and air your views. Otherwise, we will proceed to doing other things. This is a live broadcast on this evening of the 14th of September 2019. We'll be back in a minute.
Please subscribe. Also share the videos.